Hello and welcome to the Erie 3A Sub-State Volleyball Tournament, where the Fredonia Yellow Jackets, coming in at the number 5 seed, get set to take on the number 4 seed Southeast Lady Lancers. Zolt Lopez here on commentary, or at least sporadically on commentary, as we get ready for today's matchup. Winner of today's tournament will advance to Emporia for the Class 3A State Volleyball Tournament. Now, jumping ahead, taking a look at the way that the bracket has played out thus far, as you can see, Riverton taking care of Caney Valley in 2 matches, and likewise the Erie Lady Red Devils advancing over Cherryville in 2 matches. Those teams now await the winner of the next contest here in Erie. Now we're playing on one gym, as you can see, streaming live on sek-sports.com via the YouTube channel. The teams are getting ready for introductions, and we will bring those to you live. Now, before we get to that, do want to remind you this activity is being brought to you by this station, sek-sports.com, its advertisers, and the member schools of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of KSHSAA. That being said, we would like to thank the sponsors for making this broadcast possible. That includes the Bikani McKinney Medical Clinic, Finley's Lawn and Pest, Jason Schogert, Jacob T. Manbeck, PA, Larry Marshall Auction and Realty, Merle Kelly Ford, and Newkirk Dennis and Buckles. So thank you to those sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Now getting ready for the introductions of the teams here in Erie, and we will let the PA announcer take over.
Tournament winner will be honored as the 2017 Class 3A Sub-State Champion. They will advance
So there you have it, the starters for all four teams competing. We have on the north side, the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets and the Southeast Lady Lancers. And on the opposite end, it's Northeast taking on Neota Shea. Glad to have you here with us on this broadcast coverage of SEK-sports.com via the YouTube channel, getting ready for this matchup. Again, this broadcast brought to you in part by the Pecani McKinney Medical Clinic, who specialize in family medicine and surgery, from pediatric care, women's health, mental health, to chronic care of your high blood pressure or diabetes. They will help you achieve better health, accepting new patients. Same-day appointments are always available. And don't forget your flu shots. So here we go, getting ready for this matchup between the Fredonia Yellow Jackets and the Southeast Lancers. Fredonia out of the Tri-Valley League. Southeast representatives of the CNC. Should be a great one here this afternoon. Looking to advance to the semifinal matchup. Loser's season is done. Solander will begin with the serve for Fredonia. And net will benefit the Southeast Lady Lancers. And once again, Southeast jumping out in front. Fredonia looking to set something up, get it over. The set and over, but Southeast recovers but can't get there in time. And Fredonia has their first score of the night. And nice return back over, and Fredonia starting to settle back in. Southeast recovering. Summer. And they're up front for Fredonia. Getting it up and over, Katie Robinson for the Lady Yellow Jackets. And suddenly Fredonia ties it up 3-3 in this first match. And nice return back over for Fredonia. Once again, it was Summer getting in there. And for the first time in this first match, Fredonia with the lead. Summer with the serve. The set from Solander. And it's up and over. And once again, Fredonia on a roll That is 4 straight points for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Summer serves. Southeast. Oh, nice! The block made at the net by Jenna Ostrowski. And the Lady Yellow Jackets jump out 6-3. And did it go out? It did. It'll be point 2 Fredonia. And a timeout called by the Lady Yellow Jackets. 7-3 in the first match. Fredonia out in front. This activity is being brought to you by SEK-sports.com, its advertisers, and the member schools of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the KSHSAA. Broadcast being brought to you by the McKinney Medical Clinic, Finley's Lawn and Pest Control, Jason Schoengert, Jacob T. Manbeck, PA, Larry Marshall Auction and Realty, Merle Kelly Ford, and Newkirk Dennis and Buckles. So after the timeout, Fredonia serves right back. Southeast trying to snap this streak, and they do. Brings it in to the 6-0 run by Fredonia. Lady Yellow Jackets still lead it 7-4. Oh, miscommunication, and goes out. And it goes back to a point in favor of Southeast. Back over. Solander saves. Push over. Southeast trying to get a stop, and tiptoes on the line for the Lady Lancers. And now they are on a run, responding to that timeout called by their coach. And Southeast, just like that, goes on a 3-0 run to tie it up. Or excuse me, make that a 4-0 run to tie it up. Fredonia pushes it over. Here's the set. Trying to get a block, not there. Solander gets it back over, and it's over the net. And Fredonia back out in front. Eight-7. And point back to the Lady Yellow Jackets as they're back out in front, 9-7. Ostrowski serving, and a little too much on that one. Oh, nice, up and over, and I believe that was Katie Robinson. Gets the point for Fredonia. Went right up to the net, attacked it. Took care of business. Now 10-8. Robinson serves. Solander sets. Up. And Southeast trying to save it. Can they get it over? They do. Robinson there with the dig, and up at the net for the Lady Yellow Jackets, Caitlin Black. Fredonia with their largest lead at 3. Robinson returning. And they let it go, and it is out. Fredonia gets back a point. Now up over. Oh, what a save there at the front. Up, over, and Southeast saves it. Nice. Robinson. There, Southeast. What a great back and forth. This one, Fredonia able to keep it alive. The bump. Over. This time it's up and still dug by Southeast, but it's going to be a point for Fredonia. That was a great volley back and forth by these two teams. Fredonia up by 4. Up. Oh, nice save there in the back. That was Couch saving it for the Lady Yellow Jackets. The set. Over the net. Trying to set it up. Digging it in. Their diving was Katie Robinson. Tried to save it, but just too much. And now Southeast makes it 13-10. Fredonia saving. Oh, and unable to get it as the net brought it into the spin. Made it difficult to salvage it. And now Solander had it roll off the net, but stays in the bounce for Fredonia. Solander serves. And Southeast at the net cannot keep it alive. And Lady Yellow Jackets out front by a score of 16-10. Timeout called by Southeast in this first match between these two. This broadcast brought to you in part by Connie McKinney Medical Clinic, Finley's Lawn and Pest. Even though it is winter, good time to winterize and look ahead for your lawn care. Call Finley's Lawn and Pest. Also, Jason Shogert, Jacob T. Manbeck, PA, Larry Marshall, Auction and Realty, Merle Kelly Ford, Newkirk, Dennis and Buckles, all bringing you coverage of the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets and the Neodesha Lady Blue Streaks. And the Lady Blue Streaks right now are 15-11 in their matchup with Northeast, and I believe that's Neodesha up front, 15-11. So the Tri-Valley teams getting it done. Solander getting set to serve after the timeout. Second by Southeast. Southeast looking to bring it in, and it is too strong. Another point for the Lady Yellow Jackets as they are out front, 17-10. Solander serves. Nice tip, but saved by Fredonia. Great hustle, and it is just out. Great hustle by both teams. Looked like could have easily brought it in. But instead, both teams keep it going. Hustling out there. So now 17-12. Fredonia following that brief technical delay. And I believe they're going to say underneath for Fredonia and a timeout called. So Lady Yellow Jackets still up front by a score of 17-13. So again, here's the bracket. A look at it. Riverton was out in front with winning both games against Caney Valley. Erie winning both over Cherryville. Right now we have Fredonia, Southeast, and then Neodesha leading Arma 16-14 on the other court. So Fredonia looking to get a stop, get the serve back. Great communication there. Oh, and diving, but coming up just shy. Southeast looking to get back on a roll. Oh, and just short. Looked like Robinson misplaced her hand on that one. Southeast trying to tip it over. And getting it over is Summer for Fredonia. And Lady Yellow Jackets getting back the serve. There with the serve is Caitlin Black. And into the net. That was Sadie Sullivan at the net for Southeast. And now Fredonia up 19-15. Oh. Ball came back in, and now Fredonia's got to get it over. Too strong. There giving chase was Whitney Solander. And the ball goes back to the Southeast Lancers. On the serve for Southeast, Sadie Sullivan. Nice, and that's on the line, and it's going to be, they're going to say tipped, and it's point two Fredonia. Judges conferred and said it was tipped, and it'll go in favor of the Lady Yellow Jackets. Here's the serve by Summer. Southeast digging it. A little head fake game, and it will be out. Point back to the Lady Lancers. And right into the net. Southeast, after being down by 6, digging their way back into this one. Solander will get it over. Oh. Now Solander once again trying to go after it, trying to keep it alive, and now the Southeast Lady Lancers back within 1. Fredonia lets it go, and it'll go to still waiting to see who they awarded it to. It'll go to Fredonia. So Fredonia now 21-19. Looking at the other court, Fredonia, or excuse me, Neodesha and Northeast tied 20-20. And now a conference over at the officiating table on the right of your screen being called. Neodesha leading for the first time this afternoon, 21-20. Here on this court, it is Fredonia leading Southeast 21-19. And they are still meeting there at the officials' table. Not sure if there's some discrepancy on the scoring. But they are taking a lot of time on this one to go over and make sure they get it right. Well, I want to thank our sponsors again for making this broadcast possible. That includes the Connie McKinney Medical Clinic, Finley's Lawn and Pests, Jason Shogert, Jacob T. Manbeck, PA, out of Iola, Larry Marshall Auction and Realty, Merle Kelly Ford, selection at your fingertips at merlekellyford.com, and Newkirk Dennis and Buckles. Also would like to remind you this activity is being brought to you by this station, its advertisers, and the member schools of the Kansas State High School Activity Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the KSHSAA. Here's the serve by Ostrowski. Gets it right back there, and it's going right back to Southeast. So that timeout Southeast, using it to settle down the nerves. They're still down by one. Fredonia, oh, nice dig. Keeping it alive, over. Southeast. Keeps it alive, it's tipped at the net. Over, and Fredonia, with that little extra effort, back up 2 scores. It is 22-20. Fredonia looking to get the first match. Here's the serve by Robinson. Southeast pushes it over. Summer with it. At the net, tip back, and no one can get there in time. Both of these teams, they have had that advantage or that sort of a break go their way. So you can't say that one team has benefited more from the other. I would be willing to say that it's gone both ways. Now Southeast gets it over. Solander sets. And now pushes it over too strong, and it will tie it up 22-22. Fredonia had a 6-point lead, and it has now evaporated. Oh, nice head fake at the net. Southeast able to recover. Dig, oh, and can't get there. Just went off the forearm of Kaylee Chestnut. And now Southeast, for the first time since the opening minutes of play, have a lead, and it's timeout called by the Fredonia Yellow Jackets. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Back here at the Erie Class 3A Sub-State. Here on SEK-sports.com on the YouTube channel. Thank you for following along. Shout out to Mrs. Pyatt? Hope I'm saying that right. Pyatt. Watching, tweeting at us. Southeast trailed by as many as 6. They lead by only 1 right now as volley at the net. Solander serves it up. Over and in. Fredonia ties it back up. 23-23. An excellent matchup. And on the other court, Northeast and Neodesha 23-23 as well. Here's a serve and can't get there. Southeast gets it over, and now they are looking at a game point opportunity to take the early lead, put the pressure on the Lady Yellow Jackets. And now here it is. The set. Over. And in there, nice dig and save. Robinson. Solander sets. Over, and it is in. Summer did not save it. It went just on the edge, and Southeast rallies back to take the first match. 25-23, first game. The first game, 25-23. And now 1 game away from heading to the sub-state semifinals. Now, I will have to say and admit, this is my first ever broadcast of volleyball, so I was hesitant on doing play-by-play for it, so I apologize if my lingo is not correct, but I will do the best that I can. So please do correct me if you do hear anything wrong, but what a fantastic first matchup between these two schools, and I believe it was Northeast taking the first game, 26-24 over Neodesha. So both teams getting a chance to reset. Fredonia will go on to the far side of the court, and Southeast will go on the near side. So here's the seniors for the Cherokee Lady Lancers, Southeast Lady Lancers. Daisy Burns, Laura Ridings, and that's it. 2 seniors for the Lady Lancers. And they come in here as the number 4 seed at 19 and 18. For the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets, they feature senior number 9, Whitney Solander. Number 15, Sheridan Summer. Number 16, Katie Robinson. So 3 seniors to 2. These are 2 teams that do feature quite a few juniors, so don't be surprised if these 2 teams square off again next year. But I would say, so far from what we've seen here, the 2 most evenly matched teams. So getting set, Southeast, Daisy Burns serves. And now Fredonia looking to get back on track. Here's the set. Over. Solander. Oh, and Southeast doing a great job keeping it alive. Trying to head fake. Solander sets. And it's over. Dig. Not there. Now it's over. Solander sets once again at the net. Pushes it over. Can they keep it? No! Goes right off the face of a Lady Lancer. And Fredonia out with the early points. And now Southeast returns it. Oh, just clubbing at that ball was Robinson. Goes over, it stays on the lane, and it's point to Fredonia. Lady Yellow Jackets out in front, 2-0. There's Solander again, serving it up. Ball went to knuckleball, just lost its spin. Oh, and great net. Great block by the Lady Lancers. I want to say that was credit to Laura Ridings, number 8. Now 2-1 advantage for Fredonia. Now the set, Ridings. Gets it over. At the net. Nice push. Goes off the net, and it'll be a point for Fredonia. Now up the set. Oh, nice save there at the net by Lady Lancers. But not enough, as Robinson dishes it right back. And Fredonia, much like they did in the first matchup, jumping out to an early advantage. Now substitution by Southeast. Checking in for the Lady Lancers is Megan Colvin, a 5'4" junior. Colvin immediately going to work off the bench, and it's a tip out of bounds. Charge to Fredonia, and that'll put Southeast back in the point column. And now Fredonia will make a substitution as well. Serving for the Lady Lancers is Sullivan. Nice head fake. Oh, great save there by Burns. Tip, set, push. And Southeast looking to get it back over. They do, and two Lady Yellow Jackets almost collide. Oh, great serve. Or I should say it. Push back over and out of position. Able to take advantage. I believe that's Rayleigh Robertson getting in there. Or correction, that was Burns. Sadie Sullivan looking to get her team back even. 4-3. Fredonia leads, but it is Southeast. Oh, pushing it back over. Fredonia trying to keep it alive, trying to get back into the points column. Oh, almost over pursued on that one. Solander saves it, gets it over. Robertson. Fredonia bunches up, can't get there in time. And it's a 4-4 tie. Sullivan getting set to serve. By the way, Neota Shea, 5-4 lead over Northeast. And that one getting the great angle there at the net puts Fredonia back on top. Well, that one off the forearm of Lady Yellow Jacket Summer. And back to a 5-5 tie. Now Neota Shea on the other court jumping out to a 7-5 lead. Here it's 5-5. Oh, Fredonia, great save there. Head fake and just too much. And Lady Lancers with a 6-5 lead. Fredonia caught leaning. I'm not quite sure if that was the game plan or not for Southeast, but it worked. Because it looked like they were trying to push the ball back left, but it ended up going right, and Fredonia seemed like that they were caught off balance. Oh, and a reach attempted by Solander, and now Southeast out in front with an 8-5 lead. Winner of this matchup will go on to face Riverton, who is the #1 seed on this side of the court. On the opposite side, you have Neodesha, who's the 3 seed. They lost their first game against Northeast Arma, but now back in front 9-6 in the second here. Timeout called by Fredonia, who lost the first one in a 25-22 decision, 25-23 decision, excuse me. Now Southeast with some momentum and the lead. Can bring you coverage of the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets and the Neodesha Lady Blue Streaks, who are both playing at the same time here today. And it is tipped. And it brings a stop for the Southeast score. And now the serve. Colvin digging it out. Tipped at the net. And unable to get the stop, Fredonia makes it back to a 1-point game. Serving for Fredonia on the far side is Jenna Ostrowski. There you have it, Southeast. They are using what looks to be that misdirection, and looked like that was some confusion on miscommunication or lack thereof communication brought by the Lady Yellow Jackets, as no one attacking the ball. Oh, nice push, and Colvin dug for it, but came up empty, and now the Lady Yellow Jackets back within one and the serve. And the tip makes it an even 9-9 matchup. Now Fredonia looking to get back the lead. Oh. Great dig. Solander saves. Oh, and not enough underneath that one by Robinson. Goes into the net. And Southeast back out in front. Trying to, oh, that one's going to be on the edge, and that should go back in favor of Neodesha, and it is. I liked what they were trying to set up there, just tiptoed a little too close. Ended up catching the cane on the net there on the left side. Now we got a 10-10 tie, stuffed at the net, and it goes on the ground and back in favor of Fredonia. Over on the south court, it is a 12-12 tie between Neodesha and Northeast. Tip, dig, spin, got to get it over, and it will be a point back to Southeast. Now 11-11, And a substitution in for Southeast is Sailor Jackson. The serve by Burns is over. Fredonia gets it in there. Saved by Burns. Pushed over by Colvin. Solander sets. And Southeast at the net, unable to get it over. And back out in front, 12-11. Push. Over and still alive for Southeast. At the net, over. Oh, great placement, but Southeast well positioned to respond. Oh, and it goes off of a Lady Lancer's knuckle. And Fredonia back in front, 13-11. That is Solander serving. Oh, tried to dig for that one on the far side. Katie Robinson comes up empty. 13-12. And Southeast tying it up on that exchange, 13-13. And now Northeast leading Neodesha 15-14 on the other court. Northeast winning the first game, and that one goes out of bounds and puts Southeast back in front. Has not been a good day so far for Tri-Valley teams here in the Erie sub-state. Caney Valley knocked off by Riverton earlier. Great save. Oh, little tip drill over. And now Southeast unloads, keeps it in. And now it is a 15-13 advantage for Southeast. Northeast leading Neodesha 16-15. Now Fredonia trying to keep it alive. Oh, and that one misplayed. I think caught Lady Yellow Jackets on their heels. And Southeast on a roll, the serve. It goes into, oh, player into the net. And now Fredonia catching a break there, finally brings it into the scoring streak by Southeast. Oh, trying to go against the net. Southeast able to save it. Solander set. Bump and, oh, great swat there made by Southeast, Katie Bittner. But Fredonia, a little too strong up front by Robinson. Puts the score in favor of Southeast, 17-14. Now serving, Sadie Sullivan. Trying to go for the ace. Oh! And just went on the forearm of Laura Ridings. Fredonia not quite out of this one yet. At the net, stuffed. Solander pushes it over. And Southeast trying to get some misdirection in their favor. And right in the line, and it is in. Katie Robinson, or no, scratch that, make that Jenna Ostrowski with the save for her team. Oh, ball up, still saved, and now Fredonia only gets one opportunity to get it over. They do. No, it's just shy, never mind. Looked like from up here, might just had enough spin to carry over. It's an 18-16 advantage, Lady Lancers. Stuffed at the net, Fredonia. Fredonia really need to get themselves on a run here, build back some of that confidence. Till right now, both these teams, they have been going at it. This has been a back and forth matchup. No one has had any larger than a 3-point lead. And now it's over. Southeast saves it. Multiple times it looked like the ball was just going to fall, knuckleball fall, but both teams not giving it up here. And that one is out. And it puts Fredonia back at an 18-18 tie with Southeast, and the Lady Lancers won a timeout. On the opposite side, Neota Shea up 4 points, 21-17. Trying to force the third and deciding match. Coverage of this broadcast brought to you by McConney McKinney Medical Clinic, Finley's Lawn and Pest, Johnson Shogurt, Jacob T. Manbeck PA, Larry Marshall Auction and Realty, Merle Kelly Ford, and Newkirk Dennis and Buckles. 18-18 tie in this quarterfinal matchup of Sub-State. Zoe Lopez, play-by-play, David Hart running the camera. And now serving for Fredonia is Ostrowski. Goes into the net, and Fredonia back with the lead. Now Southeast looking to respond after having a healthy lead. Find themselves down 1 point, but continue to be a hard out in this one. Couldn't quite make solid contact up at the front line. Looked like it was Taylor Myrick. Tried to get the stop, but came up just shy. 20-18 in favor of the Lady Yellow Jackets of Fredonia. This one goes back, and it is in. And Fredonia jumps out to a 21-18 lead. Neota Shea on the north or on the south court leads at 23-19. Now the head fake move, dig, saved, up, over. And what a great move made there by Katie Bittner, I believe. Well, they have, no, scratch that, make that Taylor Myrick. But into the net, it'll go in favor of Fredonia, who now has a 22-18 lead. One push far. And now the Lady Yellow Jackets need to get it over. It's going to be close. They do. Great recovery by Fredonia. This one pushed at the net. Southeast keeps it alive. Tipped, palmed by Solander, but not enough. Southeast Still in it, 22-19. Neodesha just won, and they will be forcing a third. And now Southeast down 2. The match pushed over. Set over and out. It is going to be Fredonia's point and ball. 23-20. Substitution made by Southeast. It appears that they're bringing in Rayleigh Robertson, the 5'7" freshman. The serve by Summer. Set. Nice dump. Lady Lancers respond, gets it over. Set. Oh, and into the net, just shy. Caitlin Black attacked it, came up just shy, and now Lady Lancers down 2 with the serve, 23-21. Oh, and Fredonia gets it back, and now 1 point away from forcing a third set. 24-21. It's Avery Couch with the serve for Fredonia. Solander sets over, and here we are going to a third match. Brianna Moya for Fredonia gets it up and over. And we are tied at 1 apiece. And not surprisingly, on the opposite court, that too is going to a third and deciding match. We'll take a quick timeout. Thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. And we'll see who will advance to the semifinal to take on Fredonia. Will it be Southeast from the CNC, or will it be Fredonia out of the Tri-Valley? So we will be back after this. Welcome back here in Erie, as both matchups in this quarterfinal, Erie make that Northeast Arma and Neodesha, and Southeast and Fredonia are going into the deciding third matchup between each other to figure out who is going to go to the semifinal. Solander serves to start this one, and into the net just shy was Anna Thompson. She tried to get it over just with a too soft of a touch. And Fredonia jumps out to an early 1-0 lead. Oh, and Fredonia is going to get it over just barely. Great back and forth matchup. Oh, there's the touch again. Solander set. Oh, right on the net. Saves it over. And it's out of bounds. Too strong, but great discipline to stay with it by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Lady Lancers not giving up. 1-1 tie. Oh, and tipped right at the net by Sadie Sullivan. I don't think she was quite anticipating that spin. It seemed as it came off the fingertips, you can kind of tell by her face, her facial expression, that it caught her off guard. They're trying to save it for the Yellow Jackets. I believe it was Avery Couches. She'll come out. It is a one and done in this format here. So someone's team will be playing their final match. The other will have I believe, 20 minutes rest. Get ready for Riverton. Fredonia, oh, just too much. They're at the net, and Southeast out to a 4-2 advantage, and a substitution being made by the Lady Lancers. Coming out is Daisy Burns. She has had one heck of an afternoon. And now a timeout called by Fredonia. Well, actually they changed it. Now it is a 3-3 matchup. Just looking up there. So timeout still called, and we would like to thank our sponsors for making this afternoon's broadcast possible of Fredonia and Neodesha volleyball action here in Erie. Those sponsors are Bacani McKinney Medical Clinic, Finley's Lawn and Pest, Johnson Shogert, Jacob T. Manbeck, PA, Larry Marshall Auction and Realty, Merle Kelly Ford, Newkirk Dennis and Buckles. This activity is being brought to you by this site, sek-sports.com, its advertisers, and the member schools of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the KSHSAA. So now return to action, 3-3 tie in this third and deciding matchup of these two teams. And too much goes back in favor of the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets. Oh, and just shy. Went off the wrist of Michaela Buffington. And 5-3 lead Fredonia. Ostrowski getting to serve. And it is an ace for the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets. Jenna Ostrowski with the ace and a 6-3 lead. Oh, Ostrowski had miscommunication with Ashlyn Reddick, it appeared. And brings it in to the run for Neodesha. Oh! Couldn't quite get that one off the court. And now 6-5. Now serving for Southeast, Sailor Jackson. Fredonia tipped off the net, stays alive, goes back. Can they save it? No, it's too much. And we are tied 6-6. Meanwhile, tied 9-9 between Northeast and Neodesha, bringing you coverage of Neodesha and Fredonia here at the Class 3A Sub-State Volleyball Tournament in Erie. This one in on the sideline, back to Fredonia. Now 7-6. And is that in? No. They call it out. Getting a good look at it here with the camera angle. Now, this is actually pretty difficult to see as the serve is made. I'll point it out here after this volley. Nice dig. Dumped over. Trying to kill it, and it is spiked at the net by Blackwell. And Southeast ahead 7-8. So the point I was getting ready to make is you can tell by the tan lines there on the side on the right of your screen. And now another miss. Dumps into the net, and Southeast ahead 9-7. But it is very difficult to tell by that shading of the court and the boundary line what is in and what isn't. And Southeast trying to go for the dig. That was Sailor Jackson. Couldn't quite catch enough of it to keep it alive. And Southeast get the ball back after out of bounds by Fredonia. 10-8, Southeast leading over Fredonia. Oh, and it'll be in by Fredonia. Not surprising, this third match is going back and forth. Really the way that the first two have gone. We've seen both teams hold 4 or more point lead early on, and then the other team rally back. And point goes to Fredonia, or excuse me, to Southeast. 11-9 advantage. Tip, and not enough. And now Neodesha up 15-10 in their matchup against Northeast. Off the side of the hand. Up, saved, can't get it over. And Southeast pushing it back to a 2-point lead. It's 12-10. And it is too much. So perhaps some frustration starting to settle in on Fredonia's side. Three seniors for Fredonia, 2 for Southeast. At the net, able to keep it up, and it is short. And now Southeast on a run. Meanwhile, Neodesha up 17-11 over Northeast. Saved. And no, too much. I believe it touched the top of the ceiling and came back down. Serving into the net. Katie Robinson. Tried to go for the power spike. And is now 16-10 Southeast, leading over Fredonia. This broadcast brought to you in part by the Bacani McKinney Medical Clinic, specializes in family medicine and surgery. From pediatric care, women's health, mental health, to chronic care of your high blood pressure or diabetes. They'll help you achieve better health. Accepting new patients, same-day appointments, always available. Don't forget your flu shot. Also, Merle Kelly Ford. A lot at your fingertips at merlekellyford.com. Southeast, Sadie Sullivan getting set to serve. Fredonia really needing to get a stop to Southeast's points, and that's one way of doing it. Both teams have just been so fun to watch here. Like I said, it seems like whenever one team gets on a run, the other will respond right back. Oh, and they let it go. Is it in? It. Point to Fredonia. Looked like maybe that might have been a tip. They're going to challenge it, and it is reversed. And say it did look like they're at the net. A Lady Yellow Jacket may have caught the tip. Of the ball, and now conferring at the score table. They haven't, okay, now they are switching it back, 17-11. Meanwhile, on the opposite court, it is 19-13 Neodesha leading Northeast. And Neodesha would face off against host Erie in the semifinal. And now 19-14, Northeast battling back. 17-11 here. Fredonia needing points, and they're going to call player running into the net. And it's 18-11. Serving for Southeast is Katie Bittner. Oh, and one goes backwards, misplayed, and the largest lead of any of the games now belongs to Southeast with 8 points. Everything breaking for Southeast. Great save by Fredonia. Solander tried to save it, couldn't get enough of it. And now Fredonia trailing 20-11. Neodesha leading 20-15 on the opposite court. And dig, and it is out. It is now a commanding 10-point lead for Southeast. Bittner once again getting ready to serve. And Southeast does. They get it over. Trying to get over the net. Still alive. Oh, what a dig. Just a light touch by Robinson. Solander up. Southeast responds. And it is out. And now the Lady Blue Streaks back in the points column, 21-12. Southeast led by 10. Now looking to finish it off. Fredonia's not quite done yet. Great, great spike in there. Like I said, my terminology is wrong, so I apologize profusely for those who are listening and screaming at their phones, TVs, computer screens, however you may be listening. Oh! That one just went off the side of the fist. And now Southeast 3 points away from advancing to the semifinal matchup with Riverton. This one over. Is it in? It is. Fredonia refuses to go down without a fight. Meanwhile, it is 20-19 Northeast. Back in that one. Now it's tied up 20-20. And that one's saved, but not enough. As Southeast close to finishing this one off. Colvin serving. And it is. They're saying it was point to Fredonia. Now Northeast has rallied back to take the lead. Timeout on the court on that side. Meanwhile here, Fredonia, they're going to have to get one big streak going, and it's going to say that hit. Timeout called on the court by Southeast. 23-16, Southeast led by 10. Their lead right now is down to 7. Northeast leading Neodesha 21-20 on the opposite court. The winner of that one will face off against Erie with a quick turnaround. Winner here will turn around to face Riverton. So Fredonia, Avery Couch set to serve. And now we got a quick timeout. Trying to pick up Sweat. Northeast will serve on the opposite side. They are up 22-20. They came in as the 6th seed. Neodesha is the 3 seed. Meanwhile, still waiting for this one to begin. Looks like maybe they have all the perspiration off of the court. So here we go. Here's the serve. Fredonia anticipating it. Nice dump inside. Just a light touch over the net by the Yellow Jackets. Find themselves down 5, and Neodesha has rallied back 2 points to tie it 22-22. Back on this side of the court. Fredonia still have a ways to go. Their room for error is next to none. And that one go out of bounds, and now Southeast 1 point away from ending it. It is over, and Fredonia stays alive. 24-18. (23-23) tie. And that is ball game as the Southeast Lady Lancers knock off the Fredonia Lady Yellow Jackets 25-18. And here we are going to flip over to Neodesha and Northeast, with Neodesha with a 1-point lead. They serve it, gets it back over. Northeast needing a point. They get it back over. Neodesha looking to end it, and they do. And that is the matchup. So Neodesha will advance with the win over Northeast. So we will reset, take a quick break, and get ready for Neodesha and Erie, which that one should be a great matchup as well. So we will take a quick break. Thank you to our sponsors for making this broadcast possible, and stay on our YouTube channel as we'll get you that one here shortly. But Fredonia falls to Southeast, ending their season, and now Southeast will take on the Riverton Rams in the semifinal matchup.